Wasn't he the inventor of the Schvoogie Buzzer? Gary had the Schvoogie Buzzer. Gary worked at a store in Hempstead, Long Island, which is a pretty tough neighborhood. And had a whole big shopping strip there. I remember my mom used to take me there to shop. I was frightened out of my mind when she'd go, I don't care. I'm not going to those malls. I like when the stores are laid out. I don't like a mall. I go, Mom, we're in Hempstead. Well, I know you don't like a mall, but do I need to shake in my pants every time I go? Oh, stop. Who's bothering you? She was right. Don't bother me. It's scary.
Yeah, well, what was wrong with you? Why were you shaking?
I was bothered.
Yeah.
I had to call my mom from Robin Hood once to come pick me up because there was a bunch of guys out there that wanted my wallet or whatever.
Well, somebody was doing something to you.
Yeah, well, I had gone to school all day where people had done things to me. I just assumed when I went to Hempstead more things would be done to me.
But can you say Gary didn't have a Schvoogie Buzzer? Gary worked in a place.
He worked at a place with a Schvoogie Buzzer.
You were in charge of the Schvoogie Buzzer.
You operated it. I didn't operate it. I wasn't in charge
Gary would work at the store, and when black people would come in to shop,
he'd be in the back.
He'd have to hit a special buzzer.
No. The guy up front would hit the buzzer.
And what would that do?
Gary would be the person who came out because the buzzer was red.
I was security.
Right. Oh, you had to follow the black people around.
15 years old. One buzzer meant...
And he called it the Schvoogie Buzzer?
No, you guys called it that. Oh. The guy just... My first day there, he goes, listen.
We called it that.
He never said that...
Yeah, how did he explain it?
He didn't say that it was for black people.
Right.
He just said that...
That's smart.
He said it was for college.
He goes, here's the deal.
He was hip.
They have an extra bone in their ankle.
He goes, there's a lot of trouble in this area. There's, it's a bad neighborhood. He goes, people come and go through the store all the time. He goes, when I buzz once, it means there's some people out here that I think need to be have an eye kept on them.
Right.
When I buzz twice, it means there's a lot of people out here
that need an eye on them.
And if I buzz 3 times, it means call the police. And it just so happened that in the whole summer I worked there, out of the 12 times he buzzed, it was never a white person.
Right. It was always for black people.
If I buzz 4 times, it means the Knicks are outside.
So let me ask you something. If a black person walked in, the buzzer went off.
Yes, exactly. That was exactly it. It wasn't even like there's black people here who scare me.
Right.
There's black people.
Yeah, there's blacks in here.
So, would you call that racial profiling?
Oh, big time.
Yeah, I think that's a nice word for what it is.
A pretty clear definition of it, yes.
The darker the skin, the amount of buzzes went up.
And I got a black.
I got a real black here.
Black. When you just heard, that makes nice one.
I told you I got threatened there. On Saturdays, my only job was I was a stock boy, but on Saturdays I would stand at the front of the store just in general because the store would get so crowded.
Yeah.
And one time he came up to me and he goes, "Could you those people over there, just keep an eye on them. I want you to follow them as they walk through the store." Of course, again, they were black.
Right.
So I'm like trailing behind. What am I going to do? I'm only 14 or 15 years old.
You haven't gotten the technique down.
I can't even do anything. And the guy obviously saw I was following him, and he threatened to beat the crap out of me.